Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this graphing assignment. So you'll have two graphs to make, a line graph and a bar graph. The first one is a line graph. So it says you and your Labrador puppy attended Woofstock at Sedgwick County Park this past Saturday. You were so intrigued by the sheer number of dogs that attended the event that you decided to count the number of dogs that arrived at each event each hour. Use the data below to construct a line graph of the information you collected, make an appropriate scale on your X and Y axis, and plot each point and connect the dots. Okay, so your time of day is going to be your independent variable, which always goes on the X axis. The number of dogs is your dependent variable, and that goes on the Y axis. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to determine a title. So I would probably say dogs counted at Woofstock. Something short and sweet. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I need to figure out how am I going to spread out my time on my x-axis. So I'm going to count how many boxes I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And the times I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could start with 0 and do every 2 box. I could do 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I'm going to label that time and hours. My y-axis, I'm going to plot the number of dogs. So my biggest number is 72. So I'm going to count how many boxes I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I'm going to do 72 divided by 19 is equal to 3.78. So I'm going to round that up to 4. So each box is going to increase by the number 4. So I'm going to do 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Surely you're with me. I need a label for that, so it's just simply going to be number of dogs. Now you're going to finish the scale all the way up, increasing by 4. So essentially what you are going to do is you're going to go over on the x-axis the time and up to the number of dogs and put a point. So 12, I'm going to have to estimate 30 right about here, put it right there. I'm going to have to go over 1 and up 44, so wherever my 44 is, I'd put a dot. Over 2 o'clock, up 61, and I would put a dot. I would do that for each time and each number of dogs, and then I am going to connect the dots. That's how you do the line graph. So when it comes to the bar graph, let's take a look at that. So the second one is a bar graph, and I need to be able to write. So this one is the bar graph. Here it says you and your Labrador puppy attended Woofstock at Sedgwick County Park this past Saturday. You were so intrigued by all of the different breeds of dogs in all of the special events they participated in. Use the data below to construct a bar graph using the total number of each breed of dog. So these breeds are going to go on my x-axis, and my total is going to go my y-axis. So what I'm going to do, and then it says be sure to label each axis and color each bar. So what you're going to do is with the Labradors, you're going to add up all of these numbers straight across the row, and you're going to put the total here. You'll do the same thing for the German Shepherds, the same thing for the Golden Retrievers, and the same thing for the Mutts. I'm not going to do it for you because that's pretty simple. I will tell you the biggest number you're going to have is 35. So I'm going to calculate my scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, pretty close to 10. I think I'm going to be able to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 35. Now, the breeds of my dogs are going to go on the bottom. So here I'm going to say number of breeds. And here I'm going to say breeds of dogs. So now it's a bar graph. So I'm going to start with, let's do red. So my first bar is going to go all the way up to 35. Just do the best you can. I'm going to color it in like this. And I am going to label this Labs. And then you'll add all the German Shepherds up, and however big that is, you're going to use a different color, and then you are going to do your bar and do your German Shepherds, and you'll do that for Golden Retrievers and Mutts. Now this is not correct, so you're going to have to calculate each of those totals. You do need a title. So I would probably say number of different breeds at Wolfstock, something like that. Okay, hopefully that is helpful. And we'll go from there.